Here's an easy and fun little project, built mostly with free materials. There's a scrap metal bin where I work that's worth checking regularly. I found a lot of the material for this project in there. Here's the cart done, prior to painting, and here it is painted and loaded with my cheap 30-amp plasma cutter. It was satisfying spraying this little Frankenstein one solid color. I'll give you a rundown of the components and where they came from. The top shelf is made of angle iron from an old bed frame that I pulled from the bin. I cut all the corners at 45 degrees and flipped the front piece upside down so that there was nothing in the way of the cables. The front piece also gave the front legs a good spot to weld to. Inside that frame is expanded metal from a big temporary stormwater filter basket that I rescued from the scrap heap at work. The back legs are 1-inch square tubing that came from a folding table leg that was in the bin. The front pull handle is 1/2-inch round stock that was a chair frame. I used the existing shape from the top of the chair, which you can see cut away here, but for the cable hangers I put some pieces in the vise and bent them further. I bent and welded one of them and then tried to mirror it for the other side. I made the middle tray from some 18-gauge sheet metal that I had in my scrap pile. I bent the edges in my cheap benchtop brake to make it a box and stiffen it up. The power cable for the plasma cutter is so thick that it won't loop around a hanger, and I don't think it'll ever lose the kinks from packaging and shipping, so it will probably live on this shelf. I put some used corrugated plastic wire loom over the sharp edge. The base is 3/16 plate that I got from the bin. The only pieces that I paid for were the front legs, which are just 1-inch angle iron that I'd recently bought, and the lawnmower wheels. The front casters were from an old shop stool that had a failed gas strut. I actually had those casters at all 4 corners at first. I tack welded the rear ones so they wouldn't swivel, but it didn't feel stable enough, so I bought a couple of new lawnmower wheels. I cut the heads off some 1/2-inch bolts that I had and welded the shanks under the plate steel. Mounting the rear wheels on the side made the cart very stable. This is my first video on this channel. Soon I'll be posting videos on the welding table that I just made, and other upcoming projects include an outdoor fireplace and pizza oven build, which is almost complete, a utility cart made from a lawn tractor, which I've just started, and an offset smoker, which I'm looking forward to starting soon. If you like build videos, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.